Greetings people, I'll be your host for this video, A1 Major. I will be doing a series of videos regarding the ever controversial colors that Capcom has buried deep into the shadows of survival mode. Me personally, I've always enjoyed survival mode in fighting games. It's one of the other modes that I play outside of training mode, as it gives me a place to practice against a moving opponent with a goal. And this one in Street Fighter V is quite brutal, and I think only towards the end does it not allow you to, it just forces you to play kind of silly, but in general it's fairly straightforward. Well, I find it fairly straightforward. I know a lot of people are having a lot of trouble because it really isn't an easy thing, but I'll go through it. I at the moment have most of the colors unlocked. There's a few characters that I still need to do, but that's more because those characters are difficult, but we'll start right at the beginning.
This should be a good fight.
And so I'm playing story mode and use color 7. Why I find Ryu is my main character for tournament play, but the reason why I find Ryu so straightforward in survival mode is because he has a really strong cross-up, and that goes a long way in this mode, and it's something that you should use a lot. Also, his jumping forward, his jumping medium kick, that's his cross-up, but it also has a long range, so even if you jump from afar, you'll still hit the opponent with it. And I'll always jump after I get a knockdown, and always go in with Ryu. There's no need for me to stay back. If you ever do get to problematic parts, the best thing to do is just block and wait it out, and if you have taken a lot of health, just use a reversal or use Shoryuken as a reversal. The only thing that I do use are the damage supplements and the health supplements. If it was anyone else, depending on the character, I probably will use the defense supplements once it gets to like the later block. But that's pretty much it. Ryu's damage output and his general game plan are enough to carry me through. As you noticed at the beginning of that fight against Vega, what you should really do is just neutral jump, because he has a tendency to just jump at you and throw you, and I kind of slipped my mind, but that's alright. Also, for the first 10 characters I don't use any health supplements, because I find if you get to that point and you need to use it, then you haven't really done a good job to that point. So that's just me personally. You might get hit from time to time, but generally the first 10 characters are pushovers.
Good.
Against Dalsim, I think he's next. If you jump towards him, use jumping fierce, because that'll hit him out of the air if he jumps. But if not, that's alright, just go back in. So yeah, use jumping fierce there. I should have used jumping forward, because that would have cost him up. With some characters, the critical gauge boost is actually really useful, especially if your character relies a lot on EX moves. See, in tournament play, EX moves are actually really useful with Ryu, but in survival mode, all they do is provide a knockdown, and I can do that with normal moves. Better off saving my meter for critical art, but I should be more attentive because I could have saved that, but it doesn't matter. Like I said, first 10 characters are pretty basic. Like say for instance Ken, it's really useful to do like a short tatsu into EX Shoryuken, so sometimes if you're low on meter and the attack power up isn't actually good, you're better off using the meter power up, because that way you can do EX combos on every jump in and you'll still gain significant meter doing it. Also, it's necessary that you have a combo that you're comfortable with and that you can always hit, because that way you're better off doing that and no chance of you dying. Nash is generally a pushover, and the only thing to worry about with Nash on later levels is the odd chance that he might jump forward and air throw you. But otherwise, Nash is usually like a break point in the survival. You can usually recuperate and not have to worry too much. But my health is quite low, even though I really shouldn't use a health supplement, I will. It doesn't always go to plan, but still. The only real reason I wouldn't use a health supplement so early normally is because I'm just building up. I'm usually building up enough so that I can use health supplements a lot later on. That way I can just build up my score for it. Because at that stage you probably won't be building up as much to be able to spend, especially on the full, which the full health recovery is quite expensive. Yeah, there's nothing fancy. I just generally always follow up every combo with a jump in if I can. So there's a set number of characters that normally it's safer to neutral jump against, and they're Cammy, Chun-Li, Karin, Vega and Ken, because you jump in on them and they generally tend to uppercut, or just their movement will screw your jump in on. But once you get the initial jump in, the rest should be straightforward. Also, you can frame trap a lot with standing medium or standing strong into itself. So always use that with characters that like to press buttons, like especially against Bison, Mika, Laura. Those kinds of characters are great. Those kinds of characters can create some problems. So Personally, I find the characters that can give me trouble, the only ones that I can think offhand are 33 Bison, Cammy in the, I think it might be 37,
of my destiny.
and Karin in that block as well. Ryu 40. Those characters are always need to worry about. Flora can sometimes go crazy, and Mika as well. The only issue with those two characters are normally against most of the cast, if they go crazy, you can sit there and block. Obviously you can't die from chip, and if you take enough damage you can be reversal. Or if you want to take a risk, you can just Shoryuken in the middle of their strings. But against those characters you can sit there and block, and then you have to worry about getting command grab, and the computer has no worry of doing that to you. So. Also, if Bison does start to go crazy with buttons and scissor kick, after the scissor kick you can always do a reversal Shoryuken, or you can V-reversal the scissor kick, or you can just try and hit jab, depending. If your crush counter is decent, you can also try and put that in there after a scissor kick. You can always just try it once. If you get counter hit, then maybe it won't work, but it's always an option. You can neutral jump against Sean as well, but she'll most likely anti-air you. I don't think I've ever been free of jumping in on her without getting anti-air, so I expect that, but then once I knock her down, that's pretty much over. So I'm not worried.
Good.
Doesn't have to be a true safe jump, but as long as you jump in on time, you'll generally catch them as they stand up. So it's good to keep the pressure on that way. You don't give them a chance to start going crazy, which is highly important. This block here, characters 16 to character 20 are usually good spot for just being able to regain health, because I think they're a pushover, especially after fighting Ryu, Bison and Chun-Li in a row.
Good.
Ready.
Neutral jump or just jump at him. I'll just neutral jump this time. See what happens. Yeah, there we go. Pretty straightforward.
Good.
I actually tried this a bit earlier and got to Nakali and lost, but again, it doesn't faze me in the slightest.
My iron body is in.
It only took half an hour. Just because of damage, Ryu's damage output.
Good.
But as you can tell, I'm not really doing anything fancy here. Yeah, full health recovery, why not? See, as you can see, it's minus 25,000. So that's the reason why the first 10 characters I always just go for attack power-ups, because that way you can just slowly build up enough points to be able to just use them right at the end, if you need to. Or if you're like me and doesn't know how to complete their combos.
Good.
Ready. Fight.
But every now and then I will use the X move, but it's not necessary with Ryu. You're better off doing super critical art instead. There we are, douse him. So I'll jump at him with Fierce. It should be able to swat him out of the air. If he doesn't, then that's fine. Just press a different button. No, didn't need to.
Good.
It's 30. And the characters only really start going a bit crazy when you get to about the 30 mark. That's when you will notice a lot more anti-airs, a lot more general button presses. That said though, there is a high tendency when I first was learning this, when I was first playing this, block 25 to 29 is kind of crazy because it's all the females in a row, and for some reason they just decide to go crazy. You have to just be careful.
Ready. Fight.
Other things that I like doing after I hit with a critical art, if you throw a jab Hadouken, you can do 3 dashes after it, and if it hits you can do solar plexus and it will combo. You can do that in an actual match if they don't quick rise, so but the jab Hadouken that can keep them in check. So. Wow, hitting so many crush counters. Okay. Crush down essential.
Good.
Yeah, I don't need as many health supplements. See, here's the block that I'm talking about, but with Ryu I'm not too worried. Maybe it'll be time for me to get
That was a very difficult fight.
my health back. Yeah, that's enough. It'll be enough for a while. And then we got Mika.
Ready. Fight.
Yep, you can just delay everything. You can press standing strong,
Good.
wait a second, standing strong, and then even do a delay fireball. It'll eventually frame trap. That's the good thing about playing a character with a fireball, because even if you don't get the knockdown, which is more important, you can still get additional damage by doing that. Yeah, once my health gets just under half or maybe more, that's when I'll consider getting a health supplement, but otherwise I'll just constantly put towards doing more damage.
Fight.
That doesn't deter me, I'll still keep jumping at Laura, because as long as I've got enough health, it won't matter. Especially if you do a decent knockdown and then jump, like if you do a short tatsu and then follow the short tatsu up with a jump in, if they try and do anything, most likely you'll probably hit them with a counter hit, or you'll just catch them sitting there. Or even if they guard, as I said before, I don't think I've found a way to jump in on Chun-Li without getting anti-hit at least once. So. Never fails.
Good.
Yeah, against Vega. You could always do a late neutral jump against Chun-Li, might cause it to miss the anti-air. As you could see, do the short tatsu and then jump. He did the back tech and the jumping roundhouse hit quite meaty, so here we are. Nash. Nash at this stage, like I said before, is a pushover, so you can jump in on him. Normally he can jump in and grab you. We'll see if that happens. No, didn't think so. So this is sort of like your the part of the game where you can just take a bit of a breather, especially after that block with all the females and followed by Vega. Rashid is also known to go a bit spastic here. It doesn't, I don't know, I feel as though with Ryu I make the game just look completely easy, but I always have trouble with all the other cast whenever I fight against Rashid. Cross up does go, having a decent cross up that leads into a pretty strong combo goes a long way. Probably why I'm having so much trouble using Fang, because it's not an actual cross-up, in the sense that if you jump over them, he turns around and kicks. The computer ends up blocking it most of the time, so can't use that as a legitimate strategy. Anti-air. If you do get hit by an anti-air, just land and do a Shoryuken. Probably the best thing you can do. It's not much health, but it gets rid of him. I've sometimes thought about not using the meter, letting the opponent live, and then dying. So best get rid of problematic characters, especially even if I don't find them too problematic, but I've had in the past, so. Oh, interesting. Yep, frame trap always wins.
Good.
But from 36 onwards is when I generally start to play a bit more cautious. Or I'm just a bit more worried about what the AI does. Oh yeah. Whoops. What garbage inputs.
Was a very difficult fight.
Time for a health recoup. Yeah, low. Alright. As long as I knock down Dowson once, that's it. It's been known to be a bit crazy, but unless with Ryu, I'm not too worried. With other characters, it's problematic. All right, we'll see.
Fight.
Yeah, this is more or less done. Yeah.
Good.
This Kami can go crazy as well, so full health. We'll be back to neutral jump.
Fight.
Wow. All it takes is one knockdown. There we go. Counter hit combos for the win.
Good.
But as you can see, she did go a bit crazy there.
Ready.
Nash is like as always. Bit of a cooldown phase, but wow, that's a very quick round.
Good.
92 seconds left on the clock. Holy moly. Who's next? I think Rashid, yes.
Fight.
Another nut. That's it. Just stay calm.
Good.
And this is Karin. We'll get our health back. I won't risk it this far.
Ready. Fight. Oh yeah.
Interesting. Something completely weird. What?
Good.
Back where we started with the health. Now we're fighting Ryu. Yeah, you can bait him by jumping over him, doing an uppercut and then punish. Crush counter punch. This should be over. So that character is always so difficult with everyone else.
Good.
Having a cross-up really changes the pace.
Ready. Fight.
There we go. Probably going to get hit by a few of these. until... Okay, well that worked out. Very good.
Good.
I've had the Geef in this block of characters just guard everything that I do, so have to be careful. Here we go, anti. Nope. There we go, yeah, good knocking down. Super nut with fire. That's right, so it's Karen next. It has been known not to let me jump. I've got super high, so I'm not. There we go. See, that's why cross up is important. If it was anyone else, that would have missed. See, not doing anything fancy. Just keeping up with frame traps.
Good.
But this Zangief does standing roundhouse as a crush counter to anti-air, so just need to be wary of that. Oh, not that time. There we go. Use the button though. Here we go. He was about to hit me with, luckily my kid clipped him before he got a chance.
Good.
Now in the last block. This birdie can anti-air like crazy. We do a lot of V combos. Non-conventional V trigger combos, but still.
Ready. Fight.
Yeah, it started. That's all I needed.
Good.
I want to get in and press buttons, so you can most definitely all wake up with Shoryuken. It'll hit 9 out of 10 times.
Ready.
Alright, neutral jump here. Don't want to get air thrown. Started. Good enough.
Good.
Now we have Bang. Which I think is a pushover this far in. But that's just me. Yeah, that's fine. Now we've got Wyson again. He's, can be crazy, but again, simply just V reversal if you get hit enough. don't let it go to waste. Especially if you're just getting smothered. Yeah, okay. Probably wanted to jump or something at the last second.
Good.
We'll probably get a low here, as always. Can't remember the last time I got full recovery against Nikali, but
Final stage.
I don't think he's too bad. Does do anti-airs a lot. And that's pretty much it.
Congratulations.
Bit risky towards the end, but as you can see, I'm not really doing anything fancy. I am jumping quite a lot, I am moving quite a lot. I beat my old time, beat my old score. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyway, thanks guys. If you like what you see, always let me know, leave a comment, you know, subscribe, all that jazz. Until next time, I'll be back with another one of these. Most likely will be Ken. I'll go through the characters in order. Until then, peace out guys. Catch you later.